What's going on, everybody? Tom here with Black Sheep Keto, and welcome to another cooking video just for you subscribers out there. Now today we are making banana nut muffins. Now though you cannot have bananas on keto, there are some really good extracts, and I will get into that a little bit later in the video. But if a banana nut muffin sounds good to you guys, hang on tight so I can show you how to make it. Alright everybody, welcome to the recipe. Now in front of me here you see all of our dry ingredients. So we have 2 1/4 cup of almond flour, 1/3 cup of ground flaxseed, 1 1/2 teaspoon of pink salt, and 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking soda. And what we're going to do is we're just going to put this all into a large bowl. Make sure it's your large one because our wet ingredients are going to be added in here later. And go ahead and give this a mix. You want to make sure you bust up all those clumps of almond flour because those are going to end up being like dry pockets in your muffins, and that doesn't taste good. So do your best to break them up. And then set this aside while we get our wet ingredients going. And just like that, everybody, we are back with our wet ingredients. So in this bowl here, I have 6 eggs. I've got 1 stick of butter right here that was melted and allowed to cool down a little bit. We've got a 1/2 cup of Lakanto's monk fruit sweetener. And in this little thing right here, we have a tablespoon of water and 3/4 teaspoon of our banana extract. Now I did try a couple of them for this recipe. I tried the Sweet Life banana and the Lorraine oils. This is a bakery emulsion for banana. Now as much as I did like the Sweet Life one here, it was too much of a ripe banana, and it is called ripe banana. This would be great in a smoothie, and it's still good in the banana bread, but I did prefer the Lorraine oils banana bakery emulsion, so this is the one we're going to be using. Now we're just going to get all of our wet ingredients poured into our egg bowl here. Now go ahead and give this a good mixing. A single downfall of that Lakanto's erythritol and monk fruit sweetener blend is that it does not completely dissolve in liquids, but it will get kind of mixed into the wet ingredients here, and that's what we're looking for. You just don't want it caking up on the bottom when you go to pour it into the other bowl. Once that looks good, we're going to bring our dry ingredients right back in here and add our wets directly into our dries. Get as much of that liquid out as you possibly can. And mix it until it's well combined. This smells like such a delicious banana, guys. I really wish I could have bananas on keto, but hey, you know what? This extract is as close as we're going to get. Once it's mixed in, we're going to go ahead and add in a 1/3 cup of chopped walnuts. These were whole walnuts that I went ahead and kind of crushed up myself because I couldn't find the chopped ones, but just get yourself a 1/3 cup of chopped walnuts. And give this a good mixing. And now it is time to put them in the cups. Now there's really no magic going on here, guys. I'm just going to start in one corner and fill them all. And once I'm done, go through and make sure that they're all relatively even. Now guys, I'm going to call that good enough, but just to make them a little bit prettier for our pictures, I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit more of these chopped walnuts and just kind of sprinkle them on the top. I did try to make a good streusel, but I found that it was very hard to do to get that kind of really flaky, crummy texture. So I did kind of drop that idea because they clung together a little too well. It wasn't that kind of flaky streusel that we're used to. But if you guys are curious, that was just some butter, erythritol, and coconut flour. If you've got a better way to make streusel, let me know down in the comment section because it would definitely be good as a topping on this recipe. And just so these don't go falling off, I'm going to just lightly press them down on top of it before we put it in our 325-degree oven for about 25 minutes. And now that you guys have seen the recipe, it is time for the taste test. But first, let me throw the finished product on the screen just so I don't forget. And now, we're going to give it a taste. Now that is a very, very good banana nut muffin, guys. The flavor is there. One thing I will say, use a good extract. A bad extract is going to ruin this and it's going to taste like garbage. I learned that the hard way. The texture is there. It has enough chew to it. And the butter baked in really adds that kind of nice butteriness, like those of us like myself who would put a slab of butter on their muffins. You don't really need to. Couple words of caution. Just like every other keto baked good, let them cool completely before you mess with them. 2 reasons. First of all, they will fall apart. Second of all, because of the amount of butter we're baking in this in order to get these amazing macros, that butter needs some time to kind of solidify a little bit. And trust me, once they've cooled down, they won't feel greasy or anything like that. And if you guys are curious about those macros, check them out. They are in the description along with the recipe. But with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close the video. If you like this video, leave it a like. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section. And if you have not subscribed yet, do me a huge favor, guys. Hit that subscribe button, show some love, and I will see you all in the next one.